Whoa, Rockstar sure knows how to make a death memorable. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most brutal GTA deaths. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at the most harrowing scripted deaths that occurred throughout the series' campaigns.
It's only right that you kill Gonzalez.
Did he do it? It's the money that's important to me.
Number 10, Floyd and Debra, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Who the F is that, Floyd?
No one, my sweet! Hey, by any chance, did you catch crabs at that conference?
Poor Floyd. All he wanted was an honest and simple life in Los Santos with his fiancée Debra. But Trevor just had to show up and ruin everything. After being ordered out of the apartment by Debra and threatened with a knife, Trevor's face contorts in anger before the screen cuts to black. Then he leaves the bloodied and bullet-riddled apartment covered in blood himself. While a news report later says that a man was found shot and a woman stabbed, it's left up to our imaginations to visualize what just occurred. And knowing Trevor, it wasn't a pretty picture.
Let's go have the time of our lives.
Number 9, Tahir, Saeed and Ahmed Khaleel, Grand Theft Auto, The Ballad of Gay Tony.
Lewis, my man, where's Yusuf? What's going on, bro?
When these two characters suspiciously demanded that Yusuf meet them at the top of the very high Rotterdam Tower, Yusuf knew that something was up, and sent protagonist Luis in his place. And that is never a good sign. Tahir is the first to go when Luis throws him off the deck, and he slams into a platform before falling onto a taxi in a burst of blood.
Man, this town is full of degenerates.
Ahmed then follows, falling from the highest point of the tower and bouncing off a platform with a hilarious plonk before falling to the streets below. Falling's never really a good way to go, especially when you slam into obstructions on your way down.
Snitching motherfucker! I didn't do nothing to you!
Number 8, Giovanni Casa, Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories.
So, what do you want to talk about, Tony? Is it protection money? It is, isn't it? Tony?
Well, it is a fitting end for a butcher. After he fails to pay protection money, Tony is sent to kill Casa. And what a death it is. After chasing Casa around a sawmill, Tony finally catches up to him and ends his life with a fire axe. While this is a relatively quick death, his corpse certainly gets no respect, as Tony proceeds to chop it up and put it through the grinder. He then delivers the hamburgered Casa to his own deli. And yeah, it's implied that the flesh is gonna be sold to customers. Ew.
Special sausage meat delivery? No one told me about this. Whoa! Which zoo did we knock off this time? There's loads of meat back here. Mmm, tasty. Okay, I'll take them.
Number 7, Gonzalez, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City.
He will be at his penthouse, half drunk probably. Use this.
After Gonzalez betrayed Cortez by allying with Diaz, it was time for him to go. But not by any old means. Oh no, Cortez confidently reveals a friggin' chainsaw. And that's about the moment that we knew we probably shouldn't have been playing this game as kids. After Tommy confronts Gonzalez, he flees his penthouse, but Tommy catches up to him and mutilates his body with a chainsaw, as long as you're quick as a player. Not only is this a pretty satisfying death in and of itself, but it's also a great reference to Scarface, which Vice City definitely drew a lot of inspiration from. Number 6, Devin Weston, Grand Theft Auto 5. Weston is one of San Andreas' most influential billionaires, and after his plot to kill Michael's family goes awry, he orders Franklin to kill Michael. Unfortunately for him, Franklin decides to team up with Michael and Trevor to dispose of Weston instead. After being thrown into the trunk of a car and having his mouth duct taped, his last sight is of 3 criminals mocking him and his impending death. Then the car's pushed off a cliff, hits a few rocks along the way, and explodes into a fiery mess. Terrifying, painful, and degrading. What a way to go.
So now what?
Number 5, Molly Schultz, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Try not to take it too badly, Mr. Richards.
Were you ever a human being?
Hey, speaking of Weston, here we have his personal lawyer and lieutenant. After being told by Weston to steal Michael's film, Molly is pursued by Michael, whose only real ambition in life is to see his own classic Hollywood movie on the big screen. He pursues her to Weston's private airplane hangar, where she attempts to make her getaway before being sucked into a jet turbine and shredded into a million pieces. Even Michael, the sociopath that he is pretty disgusted by the sight. Number 4, Johnny Klebitz, Grand Theft Auto 5.
You been with my girl again? I'm speaking with you, asshole!
Don't do it, Johnny! I told him, Trevor, I told him!
We all get high! We all get high! But that don't make it right!
And this is when we knew that Trevor Philips was going to be one scary dude. After the events of The Lost and the Damned, Johnny moved to San Andreas, got involved in the drug and weapons trade, and became addicted to meth. After confronting Trevor over having sex with his girlfriend Ashley, quite graphically, Trevor retaliates by smashing a beer bottle over Johnny's head and stomping his face until his brain seeps out.
Shit!
Trevor then mocks the other members of the Lost MC, showing them a piece of Johnny's brain which is still stuck to his shoe. That's one way to get rid of a past protagonist.
Hey, cowboy, you mind that I fucked your old lady? Sorry, what was that? Well, no, you don't mind? Oh, because you're a dead man?
Number 3, Darko Brevic, Grand Theft Auto 4.
You remember me?
Pustime, ne poznajem. I don't know you.
Yes, you do.
Darko Brevic is the man responsible for screwing Nico and his fellow squad mates over selling them out to enemy forces. After being found and kidnapped, Darko confesses to Nico that he sold them out for $1,000 in order to fund his drug addiction. Appalled by this, Nico shoots Darko 12 times through the chest, drawing out his death in an extremely painful and quite personal manner. As brutal as this is, Darko shows gratitude towards Nico for killing him, as he is technically now free of both his addiction and his guilt. Number 2, Construction Foreman, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Who said this to you?
The construction workers up that hill.
I'ma f*** them up. Nah, hold up. I got this. I need to go teach him a little respect, huh?
The construction foreman only appears in one mission, but damn did he leave an impression on all of us the same. After CJ's sister reveals that nearby construction workers have been harassing her, CJ decides to take revenge by destroying their job site. Once the foreman witnesses this, he hides in a portable toilet, which CJ then pushes into a ditch before filling that ditch with cement. This poor foreman was buried alive, left to die, and covered in poop in a hot porta potty no less. Damn, CJ, that's just messed up. Number 1, Trevor Philips, Grand Theft Auto 5.
I'm good, T. And yourself?
Peachy. I know what this is about.
The most psychotic character in GTA history also has one of the most violent deaths, and it's damn hard to watch. After Haynes and Dave decide that Trevor needs to go, they order Franklin to dispose of him. After Trevor flees from Franklin, Michael rams his vehicle into a gas tanker, which covers Trevor in gasoline. The gas is then, of course, ignited, and Trevor rides around and screams in agony as he slowly burns to death. As psychotic as he was, that was one painful and horrifying way to go out. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.